to dip your toe into gravel riding? The Polygon Tambora is a good entry-level gravel bike that will get you out on the open gravel roads without demanding a steep investment. A lot of the folks that I talk to who are interested in getting a gravel bike already have a mountain bike or a road bike, but are looking to get into another discipline. The Tambora facilitates this expansion, offering an attractive price point without compromising performance compared to pricier counterparts. I've been riding the Polygon Tambora as my bike of choice this spring. It's just that fun. Unless I'm headed out on a true mountain bike ride, the Tambora can sort of just do it all. Rather than grabbing my road bike, I've been tending to grab the Tambora. It can manage all of the spring debris and potholes on the road better than a true road bike, and it allows me to shortcut on the random dirt path. And then for gravel road riding, the Tambora is a no-brainer. I have a long Forest Service road climb that leads right from my house, and I've had some quality training rides on it this spring. The bike handles well, it never feels twitchy, and I've even taken it on some mellow single track. If you plan on doing much trail riding, you'd be better suited to an adventure gravel bike, something like the Canyon Grizzle that'll accept wider tires. But for the occasional trail, this is going to do just fine. Something that makes this bike super unique is that it has adjustable geometry. I chose to leave the bike in gravel mode, but the bike has been designed so you can change the geometry to make it road bike as well as a gravel bike. Stealing the flip chip concept from the mountain bike world, the bike has adjustment points at both the rear axle and the front fork to shorten the wheelbase for narrower road bike tires. It does make some small angle changes as well, but the biggest difference is going to be that shortening of the wheelbase. Switching from gravel to mode to road mode isn't necessarily a quick conversion though, that's important to be aware of. You're going to have to swap tires, and you'll also have to add brake caliper adapters. But say you're going to mostly be doing gravel riding, and once in a while you want to convert the bike to a road bike for something like a road century, then this is an amazing option to be able to do that. This Tambora has a all carbon frame and fork. There is a cheaper aluminum version, but I'd recommend going with the carbon. This is the G5, which is the base level carbon build. It has the same frame and fork as the more expensive models, but offers more base level componentry. They're still quite decent. This bike has TRX hydraulic disc brakes, which have worked really well for me, but they're replaced with brand name SRAM hydraulic brakes at the next price point. Both the G5 and G7 have a SRAM Apex 1x drivetrain, but the G5 has an 11-speed cassette, while the G7 has a bit more range with a 12-speed drivetrain. If you want to go all out, the G8 has a SRAM Axis 1x12 drivetrain and higher-end SRAM Rival disc brake. It also has carbon wheels for an even lighter, faster ride. But frankly, the G5 gets you the carbon frame and fork, and all of the parts are totally functional. You can always upgrade individual components at a later date when they need to be replaced. I was perfectly happy with the spec build on the G5, although as I already mentioned, the gearing was just a little bit stiff for me. In terms of weight, I put the Tambora on the scale with pedals installed, and it came in at 24 pounds, 5 ounces. This makes it far from the lightest weight bike on the gravel market, but it's certainly respectable. One thing I really appreciated about the bike was that it has a ton of mounting points. This allows you to mount whatever your little heart desires, from a water bottle cage to a frame bag, fenders, a rear rack, you name it. This means the bike is well suited for bike packing, touring, or even commuting around town. Notably, however, there are no eyelets up here on the top tube, so you won't be able to add a bolt-on bag there, which is kind of the newest trend. As far as wheels and tires go, the Tambora doesn't come set up tubeless, but it's tubeless ready. The rims are already taped for you, and in my experience, the V Tire Co. tires are really easy to get set up tubeless. The 700 by 40C tires that it comes with are, as I already mentioned, a really good compromise between fast on-pavement rolling tires and burlier off-road tires. I used these on road rides without any complaint and managed everything but the more technical trails on them with ease. I also really appreciated that the wheels have through axles, which gives us added safety and stability, especially on rough gravel roads. The bike also has appropriately sized components. A lot of bike companies just stock the exact same parts on all frame sizes, so I was happy to see that the Tambora doesn't do that. The size small and medium frames, which is what most women will be riding, have a narrower 420 millimeter handlebar and a shorter 90 millimeter stem. It might be nice if the 170 millimeter cranks were shortened on some of the smaller frame sizes, but we'll take what we can get. For a seat post, the Tambora has taken a hint from modern road bike design and has a hidden seat post clamp. To raise or lower the seat, you use a hidden bolt on the inner side of the front triangle. This looks super sleek, and I like that, but it does make it a little harder to adjust your seat post height than with a standard seat post collar. Additionally, there's no way to add a quick release seat post collar, which can be nice if you want to drop your seat for really long descents. The good news, however, is that there is the ability and the routing to add a dropper post if you decide you want to go that route. So the one thing we haven't talked about yet is just how great this bike looks. I've been posting a lot of pictures of myself on it on Instagram without mentioning what the bike is, and I've had all kinds of comments of people asking me, please tell me what gravel bike you're on, it's so pretty. So it's definitely an eye catcher. The G5 is, I think, the prettiest paint color scheme. It comes in this green mint color, and it's pretty reminiscent of the Bianchi bikes, if you're familiar with those. The bike has some unusual but really sleek looking angles, and the streamlined aesthetic is aided by having all the cables internally routed and the aforementioned hidden seat post clamp. The paint is matte and it looks really beautiful, but it is worth pointing out that it got scuffed up pretty quickly. I only went on a couple rides before I started seeing scuff marks. So you're gonna have to be more aware and attentive to where you're setting the bike or leaning it against than you might a different bike. The Polygon Tambora G5, which is the model that I reviewed here, is unique in that many of its closest competitors, like the Trek Checkpoint ALR4 and the Specialized Diverge Elite E5, offer an aluminum frame at a similar price point. The fact that the Tambora G5 has a carbon frame makes it very attractive. That's not to say, however, that the Tambora is a lighter bike. In fact, it's a little bit heavier than the Trek and Specialized bikes that I mentioned. But carbon can make for a more comfortable ride, especially if you're riding on really rough gravel roads. The bottom line is the Polygon Tambora punches well above its weight class in terms of value and versatility. For cyclists looking to explore the world of gravel riding without breaking the bank, the Tambora is a wise choice. The carbon frame sets it apart at a price point dominated by aluminum frames, ensuring a smoother ride on rough terrain. Bike's thoughtful design features such as adjustable geometry and ample mounting points underscore its suitability for a range of cycling adventures, from daily commutes to more extended bikepacking escapades. Moreover, while the Tambora may not be the lightest bike in its class, it offers a commendable balance of durability, comfort, and aesthetics, qualities that are often overlooked in more budget-conscious offerings. Its ability to handle a variety of riding conditions with poise makes it an ideal choice for riders who want one bike that can do it all. Whether you're rolling down a smooth road or taking a rugged trail less traveled, the Tambora is equipped to provide a reliable and enjoyable ride. If you do end up deciding to buy the Polygon Tambora, I have a link in the video description that's an affiliate link, and if you click on that and make a purchase, I make a small commission. That is how I feed my family and pay my mortgage, so I greatly appreciate your support. For even more gravel bike reviews, head on over to our website, femmecyclist.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy riding.